A look into our health class, the debut of the Ghost Hunters of PAHS, and a spotlight on Lincoln High School. Our show is packed with some exciting content.
This is Rider News.
Thank you for joining us today. It is December 1st, which means winter break is just around the corner. I'm Donovan.
And I'm Bradley. The Port Angeles High School Medical Careers Program has been working very hard to teaching young students for the basics for nursing positions or more after high school. Let's take a look at what the health class has to offer.
I'm Ms. Easton. I teach medical careers and medical terminology at the Port Angeles High School. I've been teaching here for about 5 years. I've been a registered nurse for 10 years. And the classes that I teach are for students who are serious about pursuing healthcare after high school.
My name is Autumn. I'm a senior, and this is my first year in medical careers. I did medical terminology last year as a junior. Learning about the human anatomy and medical terminology and hearing about all the fun things that medical careers got to do last year, it made me want to join the class this year.
It's one thing to study chemistry, biology, or human anatomy in a classroom setting, but actually taking care of other humans is a completely different skill set and requires a specific type of personality that feels comfortable doing that.
I like working in our skills lab that you can see next to me. In this class, we focus on getting our CNA license at the end of the year. And so we practice on each other and on the mannequins, and second semester we will be shadowing and working with actual patients.
The best part about teaching medical careers is meeting the students and inspiring them and watching them blossom in the healthcare setting.
Finding pulse can be a little bit hard. Like when you radial pulse, you have to use your wrist. That's a little bit hard because some people have bolder pulses than other people. So some are really faint, others are just really easy to read. I think that's the hardest thing so far. Getting my certified nurse's assistant license. I'm really excited to work with patients.
None of the work's really too overwhelming unless you push it off till the last minute, but just getting everyone to be comfortable with everyone's the hardest part.
Getting my certified nurse's assistant license. I'm really excited to work with patients.
For kids who are going to pursue a career in healthcare, taking all the sciences you can in high school is very important because in college it's a very science-heavy curriculum to be in healthcare. But these classes give you even more. There's a lot of science in these classes, but there's a hands-on component, learning to use the equipment and learning to work with human beings in the healthcare setting.
That is some awesome footage of the amazing medical careers program here at our school.
Speaking of the health and well-being of students and staff, our news team has learned some alarming news about some paranormal activity on our campus. So we sent in our resident ghost experts, Jessica, Riley, and Madison, to get to the bottom of these rumors.
It's locked. Oh my god, that just rustled. It just rustled,
It's
Madison.
literally still moving.
It rustled.
I'm Riley Lawrence.
And I'm Jessica Bernier.
I'm Madison.
And this is Ghostbusters.
Ghost Hunters, Jessica. We told you we weren't doing that.
I thought it was the same
We
thing.
talked
No.
about this.
Oh my god.
Jessica, is that a... Really?
No.
Jessica, we talked about this.
We literally talked about this for like an hour. We've talked about this like 3 times.
I can't change. I don't have time to change again.
Well, I don't have time to deal with your crap
Let's just
anymore.
wear it. Okay.
Whatever. If people think you're weird and they try to call the cops on you,
Nah,
it's
it
not
doesn't
our
even.
fault.
You can't even tell. It's not even Ghostbusters.
Well, I can tell that you don't listen to us
Yeah,
anymore.
I can tell that
I
you don't
just
pay
didn't
attention.
remember what I thought it was the same thing. I thought
No, it's fine,
I thought you were
Jessica.
saying ghost.
It's fine.
You know, people are worried about the ceilings collapsing, rats in the auditorium, but no one's given a second guess towards the ghost problem we have here. I can't tell you how often I've been here till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night grading essays, and I'll leave to go to the bathroom, and I come back and the essays are just gone. They've just disappeared. I mean, we're talking about students coming in looking possessed, okay? And I just really feel like, if people were looking towards the solution in the metaphysics, then we might be a little, more on board here at the school. There's many a time I come in and it is cold in this classroom. I breathe out, I can see my breath. It's definitely a sign. There are lights that flicker, that power is constantly going out. Essays, they just disappear. It's weird. It's unexplainable stuff.
I've been looking at this for a number of months now. I can draw certainly one conclusion. This is not random. For me, this goes back to April, when, along with the high school orchestra program, I traveled to New York City. Just felt like I was being watched. I looked across the street, and I knew that face. Because the face was staring right back at me. I realized that was Stan Lee. His full name is Stanley Martin Lieber. The first 3 letters spell out lie. 19 letters in the name Stanley Martin Lieber. And it's one of the things that I caught on to after a couple of weeks of really thinking about this and became a bit of I guess you call it an obsession. What I did is I went back to each of Stan Lee's movies and I drew out letters from the titles of those movies until it spelled out I Will Haunt. P-A-H-S. 2017.
Wow, I can't wait to see how all that turns out. Keep watching Rider News for future installments.
Between paranormal activities and large class sizes, you might be getting overwhelmed here at Port Angeles High School. Fortunately, our school district has options. Students can always check out our sister school, Lincoln High School, who has amazing classes to offer.
I had a very hectic schedule, and I was able to kind of organize it because of the flexibility of the school. So I would do my full day, and then I'd go over to the skill center and do the art class, and then be able to get right home or to my next thing. When I got here, I started in a kind of way liking the stigma, because it just showed how off base rumors can get, and I thought it was really good because I get my nature almost fit perfectly. I'm a pretty passive guy and I like to do nice things. So when I got here, it wasn't compromised at all. In fact, I had more flexibility to do so and spread my thoughts. So I get to go out and now represent something that has such a negative stigma and be like a symbol that like this is not what they stand for, and I'm standing for their beliefs. So
when students picked schools after high school, they picked, some kids are going to go to the UW, and some are going to go to a small, maybe private college or a small Volk school or into the military or law enforcement. So I just think that real life gives us choices, and so should high school. And so I think we're really lucky. Port Angeles School District's been committed to 2 high schools for a very long time, and these kids, and they appreciate it. I know every single one of them do.
But I really like the group events that we get to do together at the school, such as like barbecues and things like that, or like I've been trying to do like a dinner for people to come on down, like a raffle, just to get the community involved.
I came here and was student of the month like 2 months in a row, and was like holding solid A's, and my attendance was perfect. It's just the environment change. Yeah, the environment change can really help some people.
We have, and we do have students now who leave here at lunch and go to the high school and take auto collision, auto technology. I have a student in ROTC, in drama, and in pottery. So there is that option. As a student at Lincoln, you can participate up at the high school in classes if you so wish. And I've had kids in music classes there, medical careers one year. So there's that option if they want the smaller academic learning environment and then want to go and take a voc class like video production. They could do that.
A very special thank you to Cindy Crum for letting us spotlight Lincoln. It's great to have such a partnership between our schools, so students can have a choice. Don't you agree, Donovan?
I do agree, Riley. That about wraps it up for this week. But first, everyone's favorite segment, Question of the Week.
What's your most terrifying Black Friday experience?
Well, I personally don't have one, but one of my friends does. It was actually the Thursday, the night of Thanksgiving. Walmart is a dangerous place, okay? This little old lady, whoop, pushed them down. They just on the floor.
So, hey, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What's your most terrifying Black Friday experience?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this weekend I went shopping with my mom and we went to the mall and this old lady wanted a pair of shoes for her granddaughter, I'm guessing, because old lady can't wear the bands. Like, no. And she shoved me into the aisle and stamped her little cane into my foot just because she wanted the same shoes as I did.
So I went into Walmart this one time and this big lady just came swinging at me. So, yeah, they saw it. She was ready to knock me out, but then I swerved last second, and then she just fell flat on the ground.
It was crazy. It was just done.
So we've noticed a correlation with old ladies and Black Friday, like crazy.
Yeah? Crazy. That's your favorite sport.
What's your most terrifying Black Friday experience?
I sleep in on Black Friday and avoid the crowds. I don't like Black Friday. Bad things happen.
Hey teachers and students, don't even think about turning off this video until you subscribe to the new Port Angeles High School YouTube channel. Also, smack that like button to let us know you made it all the way to the end of our show. Thanks for watching.